Good morning. You're watching News for Hearing Impaired. I'm Preeti. With me is Meera. First, the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to interact with chief ministers of all states and union territories today to discuss the way ahead in the fight against coronavirus pandemic. Prime Minister Modi hails the fight against COVID-19 in India for being people-driven. Sharing his thoughts in Man Ki Baat program, Prime Minister praises health and sanitation workers for their contribution in tackling the pandemic. Prime Minister asserts India is upholding its culture by helping other nations. Over 684 tons of essential and medical supplies delivered by Lifeline Udan during lockdown. 383 flights operated under Lifeline Udan. RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat says India should opt for a new development model which is environment-friendly, employment-oriented and promotes self-dependence. Praises efforts of the government in tackling coronavirus, calls upon RSS workers to come forward and serve humanity in this time of crisis. Active coronavirus cases across India increased to 20,177 with 826 fatalities and 5,913 recoveries. Union Health Minister visits AIIMS Trauma Centre in Delhi to assess the preparedness on COVID-19. In Jammu and Kashmir, 4 terrorists killed in encounter in Gudar area of Kulgam district. Identity and group affiliation of the slain terrorists is being ascertained. And COVID-19 cases continue to spiral up globally with over 29.68 lakh confirmed cases worldwide. Global death toll crosses 2 lakh mark while death toll in the US crosses 54,000, recording 1,330 deaths in the last 24 hours. Nepal extends nationwide lockdown till May 7th. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will interact with chief ministers via video conference today morning on the way ahead in the fight against novel coronavirus, amidst indications that the discussions could also focus on a graded exit from the ongoing lockdown. This will be the 4th video conference of the Prime Minister with the chief ministers after the spread of COVID-19 in the country. The centre and the state governments have been giving gradual relaxation in various fields and sectors to boost economic activities as also to provide relief to the people. But some states are willing to extend the lockdown beyond May 3rd to ensure that coronavirus cases remain under control. The centre has now allowed neighbourhood and standalone shops, including those located in residential complexes in urban areas, to open during the lockdown. But those in the markets continue to remain shut till May 3rd. In rural areas, all shops except those in shopping malls are allowed to open. Union Health Minister Dr. Vardhan yesterday visited AIIMS Trauma Centre and reviewed the health facilities for COVID patients. He expressed satisfaction over the work of various units. The minister said that the government efforts have put a check on the number of COVID-19 patients and mortality in the country. He said that the death rate in the world is around 7% and in India it is around 3%. He said that the rate of doubling of cases in India is also better than the rest of the countries.
सारे दुनिया का एवरेज अगर मोर्टेलिटी रेट ग्लोबल एवरेज जो है वो 7% है, तो हमारा आज भी 3.1% बना हुआ है। पिछले 3 दिन का अगर मैं डाटा की बात करूं तो अगर 14 दिन के अंदर हमारा डबलिंग रेट 8.1 था, तो पिछले 7 दिन के अंदर वो डबलिंग रेट हमारा 9.3 हो गया। और अगर पिछले 3 दिन के डबलिंग रेट की मैं बात करूं तो ये 10.5 है। यानी लगातार हमारी जो देश में स्थिति है वो इम्प्रूव होती जा रही है।
The minister said that the government has made a 3-tier arrangement for the treatment of patients of COVID-19, COVID Care Centre, COVID Health Centre and COVID Special Hospitals.
2 लाख से ज़्यादा बेड्स और इसी प्रकार से बहुत बड़ी संख्या में आईसीयू के बेड्स, इनका इंतज़ाम सारे देश के अंदर हम लोगों ने किया है। पर्याप्त मात्रा में पीपीई किट्स, N95 मास्क और वेंटिलेटर्स की व्यवस्था की है।
According to the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare data, 20,177 active cases of coronavirus have been recorded in the country. Further, 5,913 persons have fully recovered from the illness and have been discharged, while 826 persons have lost their lives. According to the data, Maharashtra continues to remain the worst hit state, with total number of positive cases rising to 7,628, followed by Gujarat at 3,071 cases. Delhi at 2,625 cases is at the 3rd position, and Rajasthan stands at the 4th position with 2,083 cases. Lifeline Udan flights are being operated by Ministry of Civil Aviation to transport essential medical cargo to remote parts of the country to support India's war against COVID-19. 383 flights have been operated under Lifeline Udan by Air India, Alliance Air, Indian Air Force and private carriers. 223 of these flights have been operated by Air India and Alliance Air. Cargo transported till date is around 684.08 tons. Helicopter services including Pawan Hans Limited have been operating in Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, islands and northeast region, transporting critical medical cargo and patients. Special focus has been on the northeast region, island territories and also the hill states. In the international sector, a cargo air bridge was established with East Asia for transportation of pharmaceuticals, medical equipment and COVID-19 relief material. RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat has said that the Government of India handled coronavirus pandemic sincerely and effectively. Delivering an online address on the current situation in wake of the COVID-19 crisis, RSS Chief said that it is the result of the government's sincerity that today India is in a much better position in comparison to many other countries.
भारत का इस सारी बीमारी के दौर में काम बहुत अच्छा हो रहा है। इसका पहला कारण है कि तत्परता पूर्वक सारी उपाय योजनाएं यहाँ के शासन प्रशासन ने लागू की और उतने ही तत्परता पूर्वक समाज के एक बहुत बड़े अंश ने उसको अमल में लाया।
The RSS chief also said that the message of this pandemic is that we should opt for a new development model promoting self-dependence and which should be climate friendly and employment oriented.
स्वावलंबन ये इस आपत्ति का संदेश है, तो स्वावलंबन में अपना स्व क्या है? उस स्व आधारित तंत्र का अवलंबन हमको करना पड़ेगा। कम ऊर्जा खाने वाला, रोजगार मूलक, पर्यावरण को न बिगाड़ने वाला ऐसा विचार हमारे ही पास है। उसके आधार पर एक युगानुकूल रचना अपने अर्थनीति की, अपने विकास नीति की, अपने तांत्रिकी की हमको करनी पड़ेगी।
The Delhi government has said that it will implement the new guidelines of the union government regarding opening of mobile, clothes and stationery shops. The shops in areas with corona infection will remain closed and no activity will be allowed in such areas. Apart from this, shops in residential areas will be opened with strict compliance of social distancing norms. Prime Minister Narendra Modi shared his thoughts in his radio program Man Ki Baat, focusing on the COVID-19 situation. Prime Minister asserted that the battle against COVID-19 is a tough one and is truly people-driven. Prime Minister Narendra Modi asserted that safety of health and sanitation workers is of utmost importance and emphasized on the steps taken by the government to help the needy. Prime Minister also hailed people for following the lockdown guidelines and expressed gratitude to all the community leaders for raising awareness about social distancing. He also underlined the importance of yoga and Ayurveda to boost immunity for staying healthy. Prime Minister proudly gestured that India's pride and value has soared up in these times of crisis, as the aid provided by India is being highly praised and appreciated by nations who received our assistance. He added that whenever these countries thank India and people of India, it further adds to the pride of the country.
आप अपनी भावना के अनुरूप देश के लिए अपनी रुचि के हिसाब से अपने समय के अनुसार कुछ कर सके, इसके लिए सरकार ने एक डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म भी तैयार किया है। ये प्लेटफॉर्म है covidwarriors.gov.in। मैं दोबारा बोलता हूँ, covidwarriors.gov.in। सरकार ने इस प्लेटफॉर्म के माध्यम से तमाम सामाजिक संस्थाओं के वॉलंटियर्स, सिविल सोसाइटी के प्रतिनिधि और स्थानीय प्रशासन को एक दूसरे से जोड़ दिया है।
The government is keeping a close watch on fake news or misinformation on government policies and schemes spreading across the country. On the Twitter handle of PIB Fact Check, such myths are countered and clarified. One such myth is that standing in sun or being in an atmosphere with temperature more than 25 degrees will save the person from coronavirus infection. The truth, however, is that variation of temperature does not amount to any change in coronavirus infection, as cases of coronavirus infection have been reported from countries with high temperature. So, to keep yourself safe, wash your hands regularly, abstain from touching your nose and mouth. Another myth which is spreading is that vaccine of pneumonia prevents coronavirus infection. The truth is that no, the pneumonia vaccines like pneumococcal vaccine, Haemophilus influenza type 2 vaccine does not prevent coronavirus infection, as the novel coronavirus is a new virus which requires its own specific vaccine. Researchers are trying to develop its vaccine with the help of World Health Organization. And the last fact we check is the myth that ultraviolet disinfection lamp kills coronavirus. Now, the truth, however, is that ultraviolet radiations are extremely harmful for human bodies. Thus, the ultraviolet disinfection lamps should not be used to sterilize any body part. And the government is ensuring that the facts and the myths and the rumors are put to bay, and has been given continuous reminders to the people to practice social distancing and to keep themselves isolated. PIB Fact Check is the Twitter handle where the government busts regularly the myths and the rumors surrounding the pandemic. And COVID-19 cases continue to spiral up globally, with over 29.68 lakh confirmed cases worldwide. The global death toll has also crossed 2 lakh mark. The United States remains the worst affected country, recording 1,330 deaths due to COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. The US now has an overall death toll of 54,856, with 9,65,426 confirmed infections. The total number of people recovered in the United States stood at 1,06,985. The New York State, the epicenter of the outbreak in the US, reported 367 new deaths from the pandemic yesterday. Now, this is New York's lowest daily total since March 30. Governor Andrew Cuomo said that construction and manufacturing would be the first businesses to reopen and could restart after May 15th with certain precautions and if cases continue to decline. Georgia, Oklahoma, Alaska and South Carolina have already taken steps to restart their economies following a month of government-ordered lockdowns. In Spain, the Igualada municipality in the province of Barcelona becomes the first municipality to have finally been able to taste freedom after 6 weeks of lockdown. Spain declared a state of emergency on March 14th and shut down most public life and economic activity. The ease comes as the first step of the government towards gradual easing of restrictions. The country registered its lowest daily increase in the death toll in more than a month. The total number of deaths currently stands at 23,190, while the overall number of cases has risen to 2,26,629. Italy has also registered its lowest day-to-day increase in the deaths of those infected with the novel coronavirus since the country was in its first week of lockdown in mid-March. Recording 260 new deaths yesterday, the daily grim statistic was last lower on March 14th when 175 deaths were registered. Meanwhile, Italian Prime Minister said that the country will cautiously begin lifting the nationwide lockdown on May 4th, giving an initial respite to businesses paralyzed by weeks of containment measures. In the purposed restrictions eased, he said that parks will reopen, but schools will not restart their classes until September. Italy has reported 26,644 virus-related deaths, Europe's highest official toll, and has also confirmed 1,97,675 cases of this virus. In France, 242 new COVID-19 deaths were reported, taking the total toll to 22,856. It was the lowest daily increase in a week. The total of positive cases now stands at 1,62,220, while 44,903 patients have recovered and have returned home. Prime Minister Edouard Philippe yesterday announced that he would present the government strategy for lockdown exit to Parliament. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson returned to his Downing Street residence after recovering from COVID-19. Prime Minister will resume work from today. Johnson spent 3 nights in intensive care unit with the illness. Johnson is expected to announce plans for easing a month-old coronavirus lockdown as early as this week. Meanwhile, British Army started to travel across the country with mobile coronavirus testing units to help the government in its target of 1 lakh tests a day. United Kingdom recorded 413 new COVID deaths, taking the toll to 20,794. Over 1,54,000 positive cases were registered. And up next, a look at coronavirus update from India's neighborhood. Nepal government has extended nationwide lockdown till May 7th. The decision was taken during a cabinet meeting held in Kathmandu under the chairmanship of Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli on Sunday. Spokesperson for the government and Minister for Communication and Information Technology, Yuvraj Khatiwara, said that the period of the lockdown enforced to contain the spread of COVID-19 has been extended by 10 days until May 7th midnight. The Himalayan nation has been under lockdown since March 24th. Earlier, the lockdown was extended till April 27th. Nepal has reported 52 coronavirus cases so far. 36 patients are undergoing treatment, while 16 persons have recovered. Bangladesh on Sunday reported 480 new corona-positive cases in the country, taking the total number of infected people to 5,418. The number of people recovered reached 122. Till now, 46,589 samples have been tested for the virus. Currently, 45 districts of the country are under complete lockdown, while another 15 districts are under partial lockdown. The general holidays in the countries have been extended till May 5th by the government. However, some of the export-oriented units and jute-related industries had allowed operations with certain conditions on a limited scale. Meanwhile, taking forward India's commitment to a collaborative approach to fight COVID-19, High Commissioner of India to Bangladesh handed over emergency medical supplies consisting of 1 lakh hydroxychloroquine tablets and 50,000 sterile surgical gloves to Bangladesh. In some other news, 4 terrorists were gunned down in an encounter with security forces in Kulgam district of Jammu and Kashmir yesterday. An encounter broke out between security forces and terrorists after some of them fired upon a patrolling vehicle of the security forces at Gudar in Devsar area of South Kashmir district. He said the security forces retaliated, and in the ensuing encounter, 4 terrorists were killed. The identity and the group affiliation of the slain terrorists is being ascertained. 1 army personnel also received bullet injury. That's it in this edition of the news this hour. Thanks for watching. Namaskar. We bring to you a panel of doctors who